Unrivaled has admitted defeat. They admitted defeat the moment they begged Angel Reese to come back and attempt to save them. Will this decision be the destruction of the league? Will it actually put a rubber stamp on the fact that the Unrivaled has been a complete and utter failure in year two? Or will somehow Angel Reese's presence reverse the course of this particular Unrivaled season that largely no one has watched? And will it change the viewership these final three games? Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of her. Ah, welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, where we talk facts over feelings. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez. Show. Mind hit the like button, subscribe, leave your comments, let me know y'all thoughts. I do so many shows that sometimes they just run together, so I apologize. But let's talk about this topic here because Unrivaled this year has been an unmitigated failure. It's been a colossal fucking disaster. Like, we can call it what it is, acknowledge the reality. There's been nothing successful about this particular year with Unrivaled basketball. Nothing at all. In fact, did you notice that they had a one-on-one tournament this past week? Did you even notice? I mean, they managed to do it the same weekend as the All-Star game for the NBA. Which did anyone protest outside of the arena? I don't recall seeing that or hearing anything about that. But we're in a state now where Unrivaled, the ratings for Unrivaled basketball have been so ungodly bad. And if you have questions about the ratings, you can always check out Ben Daniel because he gives all the ratings all the time, and he'll let you know what's popping off left and right. But I can tell you this, just off of whenever the heck Unrivaled was, when they started that one-on-one tournament, coming into that, they've had ratings that are in the toilet largely all year. Their ratings are horrible, and no one's really watched it. They did that one little event where they decided to go to Philadelphia, which people say filled up the building. Don't know really how many tickets were actually sold. They'll never prove it or not. And if they tried to, we wouldn't believe it to begin with because it seems utterly ridiculous that a sport that can't sell out in 90% of its cities all of a sudden gets 21,000 people to watch a 3-on-3 basketball game in Philadelphia, a city that's not is kind of picky about its sports and does actually care about watching good sports. So while they claimed all these numbers and claimed that things were great and what have you, were they really that great? I'm not sure. I don't know. Um, they couldn't tell us one way or the other. Lord knows they wouldn't tell us the truth. So they try to make people believe that they had all these people show up, and that's cute. That's all nice. But the reality has been that they can't get people to watch their stuff. So they begged and they pleaded to have Angel Reese come back and try to save them. Now, just to give you a perspective, for which Ben has shown you so many times, this is a league that, quite frankly, no one watches it anymore. I mean, I watched it the first year, and I have not turned it on one singular time this season. These are the numbers right here. You got Unrivaled Rose Mist 0.03. That's just for the demographic of 18 to 49-year-old viewers. Remember that. Remember when I told y'all. Remember when I told y'all the people who carry the people who carry women's basketball are largely 50 and up. 55 and up to be quite honest. 55 and up are the people who carry women's basketball ratings. Period. But so when you see 30,000 people in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic, and I fall in that demographic, I'm 48, not turn this thing on. This is an example. So 80,000 people that were over the age of 49 watched. So 110,000 viewers. Now you got to compare this to the rest of the night. Like seriously here. They're no longer competing with the Wizards of Waverly Place. It's not happening. Women's college basketball. Who played women's college basketball this evening? So this game here at 9 p.m. This game here at 9 p.m. for on ESPN2 with 170,000 viewers. This may have been the Vanderbilt Oklahoma game. I can't be sure because I don't know. I didn't watch. Um, I don't remember what happened that night, but I'm looking at games on the 9th of February, and I'm going to presume and guess that it's the Vanderbilt Oklahoma game. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's what I found here as a game on the 9th. So maybe that was the game, and that game drew 170,000 people. The Violent Phantom 0.02. Like this is under 20,000 people watch this game. Under 20,000 people, folks. And then you have an NA not available. So the number is so bad that they have no number. The number is so bad, they don't have a number. Y'all got to remember something here. Seriously, you have to remember something here. This was a league that I'm trying to think of the words. This is a league that when Angel Reese played last year had some of its worst ratings. When they would play on Saturday, those games weren't watched by anyone. Like they had their worst numbers on games that Angel Reese played last year in that 3-on-3. It was like 70,000, 80,000. And here we are right now, and you are expecting her to somehow change the course of history and bring back numbers. These are the numbers. I mean, the Friday night numbers were thankfully slightly better than the numbers that were on Monday. The Hive and Breeze had 40,000 viewers there at 150, and then they did a 50,000 and 130. Like so that these were slightly better than what you had on Monday. This is still a far cry from what they were doing last year. Last year was doing far better than this. Far better than this. On Friday nights, they were typically pulling 160 to 180, somewhere around 190. Early on, they did 200. They did better numbers early on, but this is terrible. They are not beating anybody in ratings. Like there's not TNT sitting here giving away airspace to this shit. Bill Maher did 560. College basketball at 7 p.m. did 250. Don't know who played. This was on the 6th of February. Don't know who played. There's still nothing available for that 1v1 nonsense. But is Angel Reese going to save this league from itself? That's the question at this point. Does Angel Reese have the bandwidth to save this league from itself? Now they're bringing the semifinals of this thing to New York, to Brooklyn. So they're doing the first round in Miami, they're doing the second round in Brooklyn, and then they're doing the third round, the championship back here in Miami. Who thought that? Who thought that? Who gave that brilliant idea? If you go back to January 30th ratings, another example. They didn't even bother with numbers here. 146th, 160th. I don't know what falls better than one. I don't know what fell between 147 and 159. I have no idea. You look at the rest of this stuff, it's just god awful. And she's supposed to save them. That's what they're banking on. They're banking on Angel Reese saving their ass. Flabbergasting. They're banking on her saving their ass. And I don't know that she can do it. And in fact, I would expect that she doesn't do it. That's my belief. I don't believe she has it in her. She doesn't. Based on what? Based on what? She couldn't draw when she was playing this shit last year. And so they've completely given up knowing that their product is unwatched, that nobody cares, that Paige Becker's the player that was supposed to carry them this year, can't carry anything. Nobody cares about watching Paige Becker's play. Like we've got to get back into this reality. Nobody cares about watching Paige Becker's play. Nobody. Nobody ever has. Nobody ever will. The same 50 people who watched before. Stuff hasn't changed. This stuff has not changed. It's gotten to the point of just utterly humiliating. It's gotten so bad that Brianna Stewart recently signed a EuroLeague deal, like today. Her own league can't sustain. The CBA is a mess. They're not going to get what they want, despite the fact that they're acting like they're getting some traction. They're getting nothing. They're getting no traction. Any little stuff that they're getting is so insignificant that they have to make it seem like they're getting somewhere, but they're not. We all know this. We all know it. And they expect Angel Reese to save their league. I don't know what they paid her. They had to pay her a lot to get off the schneid, to get off her couch, to want to work out for a week or two, to start playing some basketball in the way they fugazily freaking orchestrated this deal to get her back out there. But this shit's embarrassing. It's not a good look. And I don't know what they expect to happen. They do play on Friday. Again, I haven't watched it. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm here to talk about it a little bit because it is some topic to talk about, and there's a few other things to talk about. She plays on schedule. She plays on Friday the 20th. There's a couple of games tomorrow. So she plays the 20th, and then she plays again on the 22nd. 8:45 on Friday night. Are you watching? Are you turning that shit on? I'm not. How about Sunday at 8:45? Are you watching? Maybe we'll make a full watch party out of it here. Maybe Ben Day and I can make a watch party out of this comedy. I don't know. Because we have a live schedule. We haven't been on the last 2 weeks because we had the Super Bowl and then he had some stuff that popped off this yesterday. But no idea at this point, man. I have no idea. I don't know what they think's gonna happen here if all of a sudden they're gonna have 400,000 viewers. Don't count on it. Dead ass. Do not count. If that's what they're looking for, they're gonna be sorely disappointed. If they're expecting to have some massive change in viewership, they're gonna be very, very disappointed. So do you think that Angel Reese can turn the tides for them? Do you think Angel Reese's presence is going to magically flip these numbers and get them to over 200,000 viewers, 250,000 viewers for a game, for a night? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you said, what you got to say. The TNT executives cannot be happy with what's happened. They can bring this bad boy to Brooklyn. They can bring it wherever. Now I read there was some talk that they're going to be doing 6 different cities next year. Oh, who's paying for this? How? Are they going to have more people invest money into this losing product? Remember, this was supposed to be an option for them. If it's such an option, they should be able to turn it into a full league, right? Turn it into a 5-on-5 league. Start selling franchises. Now let's see if you can pay players $250,000 a season to play. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. But hey, y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Can Angel Reese save him? Leave your comments, man. I appreciate that. My answer, no. What's y'all's? This is Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. Facts over feelings, as always. Powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Leave y'all thoughts, comments, subscribe. I appreciate y'all. God bless. Come on now.